YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Codes EG. This video is going to be a little different. As you know, I love football. I play Madden every day on stream, and I also make videos about it. But I do want to branch into some actual just NFL talk. Some of those videos to sprinkle in between the packs.
Nice.
Let me know down below if you like these type of videos and if I should keep doing them, because during the NFL season, I have a lot of cool ideas for some awesome videos. As always, man, like the video, sub to the channel, make sure to hit that bell button so you're notified every time we drop a new video. This video gets 100 or more likes, I will pick a random commenter down below to give a $10 gift card to whatever platform they play Madden on. Without further ado, let's get into it, baby. A lot of surprising things. We're going to go over the first 32 picks. I'm going to give my thoughts. Let me know down below what your thoughts are, man. Let me know. I want to know, okay? I do want to know. So let me know down below if your team got the guy you want or they didn't. We're just going to go through all 32 picks. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'll give you even my thoughts if I think they're going to be a bust or not. First things first, we all knew Caleb Williams was going to go to the Bears. That was facts. Is he going to be a bust? A lot of people are hoping he's a bust just because I think he does a lot of things out of the ordinary, paints his nails, all that stuff. Like, hey, man, you do you. You get on the field and ball out, then whatever, man, you know? I think with him, watching some of his games, he literally is special. Like, he has special talent. He's going to a team that has a lot of receivers around him. The offense is just way better than what Justin Fields was going into. They do need to work on the defense, but I think Caleb Williams will make up by scoring a lot of points. At the end of the day, we never truly know. I don't love their head coach there. I really don't. And Shane Waldron's the OC, and I'm not a big Shane Waldron guy, to be honest. So I can't really speak on it too much, but I definitely think he will be good. I think he's going to a better situation than Fields is, for sure. Jaden Daniels, number 2 to Washington. Washington is a little iffy because their defense is very thin now. They traded a lot of people away. They still have Terry McLaurin. In my opinion, if there was anyone to be a bust, it is Jaden Daniels. He's very skinny for the quarterback position, and he takes a lot of big hits, which is not good in the NFL, especially if you want to be a dual threat quarterback. But at the end of the day, we really don't know. I think if there was anyone to be a bust, it's him or the next pick, to be honest. I don't really have much to say. At the end of the day, I think he might be put in the same position as Sam Howell. I didn't see the Commanders really getting that great other than adding Cliff Kingsbury. So the offensive scheme is going to be good. But again, Cliff with Kyler was pretty good. But I think Kyler Murray is overall a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels is. And his age, I think he's like 23, 24. So at the end of the day, he doesn't have a lot of time to really develop and become the quarterback they want him to. Probably has 1 or 2 years, but if he doesn't show it, they're going to move on. Drake May. See, when it comes to like physical intangibles, I really think Drake May is like a Josh Allen type, like has all the physical intangibles, can heave the ball, loves to win, can he's a monster. But he's going to a situation in New England that they're not good. They have really no offensive weapons. They didn't re-sign Zeke. Zeke's probably going to go back to Dallas. I get the pick. I understand the pick. I just hope he doesn't wind up like Mac Jones because they don't help him on the offensive end. Defense is always going to be good in New England, especially with Mayo taking over as head coach. But yeah, they definitely need to go get some firepower in later rounds in this draft to help Mayo, because if he doesn't have it, it's just going to be everyone blames Drake May show in New England because they haven't moved on from their Super Bowls, which at the end of the day, how could you? You're one of the most winningest franchises in NFL history, but like, it's time to move on. It's time to go the offensive route. That's where the league's going. And yeah, I understand the pick. him and Jaden Daniels are probably the biggest ones to become a bust. For me, it's just the situation they're going into. Jaden Daniels a little less, because with Jaden Daniels, he's it's a new regime, so it's like everything's new, everything's turning around almost, and they're going to build around him. Whereas Drake May, he's going to established Patriots culture type thing, where it's like, yes, they're known for winning. Yes, they have great defense, this and that, but Bill's not there anymore. And at the end of the day, if you don't have weapons a young quarterback can throw to, what are you going to do? His best weapon is Hunter Henry or Juju. Marvin Harrison Jr., Kyler's going to... People were saying, oh, Neighbors could go here. But at the end of the day, you got to realize how good Kyler is with a guy that can go up and get the ball. Not saying Neighbors can't. Neighbors is more of a speed guy, but Marvin Harrison Jr. is a big body receiver. He can catch. He can lay out for balls. He can jump higher than everybody. It's a perfect receiver to go with Kyler Murray. He did wonders with Hopkins. And then this is the first time they drafted a wide receiver in this earlier in the draft since Larry Fitz. So if he could be anything that Larry Fitz can do, him and Kyler Murray could actually lead this team to a Super Bowl. Honestly, I hate it because they're in my division, but I really like Kyler Murray as a quarterback. Him healthy, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he doesn't get the respect he deserves just because I don't think they've really fielded great teams around him, to be honest. Joe Alt, I was kind of surprised they didn't trade back in this pick, but they needed offensive tackles. They also needed wide receiver help. But I feel like the reason why they went with the offensive tackle is the sole fact that they're going to run the ball a shit ton. Don't be surprised if they get the Michigan running back, Crom, for that offense. They're going to run the ball a lot. And this guy might be one of the best offensive tackles to ever play in NCAA. So, not a bad pick. Malik Neighbors. A lot of people were thinking that they would go quarterback here. Personally, you had to go wide receiver. Daniel Jones, I don't think got a really fair chance, in my opinion. I don't think he got a massively fair shot. I think he either was injured or when he played a full season, he was actually decent. You know what I mean? And he's never really had good weapons. He's never had really, really like strong weapons that can move mountains for him. Like if he had Odell in his prime type player, this is the type of player that he's getting. So do I think this could change Jones's fortune? Yes. We've seen tons of receivers go in with quarterbacks that were on the line and really help them out of it. A lot of great quarterbacks have a lot of great receivers. You know, there's only a couple quarterbacks that I think the great quarterbacks change receivers and turns receivers to Pro Bowlers, but great receivers can turn quarterbacks into Pro Bowlers as well. So I think this is a pick they had to make. They had to make a show-stopping pick, someone that's gonna, show up in those bright lights, and Neighbors will definitely do that. He's fast as hell, man. Latham, not a pretty pick, but again, he's a monster. They needed offensive line help. They have decent receiving core. Not amazing. They just signed Ridley, which is good. And yeah, Levis got destroyed last year, so they definitely need help with the offensive line. And realistically, they've done really well in the past with offensive linemen going to their teams. Taylor. But at the end of the day, it's not a pretty pick. It's a great pick. It makes sense. I don't think it's a pretty pick, though. This right here, I'm going to be real. What in the fuck are you doing for the Falcons, man? This is the reason why this is crazy is because when Kirk Cousins 4-year, just so you guys know, he was guaranteed a shit ton of money. When this is up, Penix's contract will be done. Penix is 25, guys, or 24. He's going to be 28 when Kirk's when Kirk is done. Unless they're going about it that they're going to give Kirk 2 years and Penix after. Penix will still be, 26, 27. So at the end of the day, do I understand it? Not at all. They could have went defensive player here. They could have went a wide receiver here. They could have went literally anybody else, but they decided to go. They decided to go quarterback, which is the shock of the draft. You always want to see one to criticize, but I don't get it here. I know a lot of Falcons fans are not happy. They're not impressed. I know a lot of Falcons fans. One of my buddies is a Falcons fan, so I'm going to be talking to him. I find it hilarious, boys. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to hold you. I find it so funny that the Falcons did that. I don't understand it, man. I really don't. They could have done so much better. But at the end of the day, obviously they know something we don't. It's either Kirk is still not great or they're doing a two-year thing. I don't know. It's either that or they have no clue what's going on and they just ruin their future, because either way, like, it's either you're getting rid of the quarterback you just signed to a 4-year contract, or you're not giving the rookie quarterback a chance that you just picked with the number 8 pick in the draft, which is insanity, dude. I do think Michael Penix Jr. is really good, but I think this was a massive reach. They could have got a player that would have started for them right away and played really well. There has to be something going on here that we haven't seen yet or heard about. Odunze, massive pick by the Bears. They definitely could have went offensive line here, but to get this guy's going to be a star, man. Because now you have Keenan Allen, which I understand this draft pick for the sole fact Keenan Allen's getting old, man. He's probably have 2 years left in him. You have Odunze, you have DJ Moore, who's, when Keenan Allen retires, will be the vet, and then you have Odunze. I think this guy's going to be the best out of the 3, but that is a crazy 3 wide receiver set to put around Caleb Williams. The Bears are building, man. You got to give it to them. The Bears are building. The Bears are definitely building. They'll probably go defensive for the rest of the draft, and there's a lot of good players in this draft still. A lot of good players, boys. JJ McCarthy. See, before the Falcons randomly selected Penix, I definitely thought Penix was going to go to the Vikings because I just felt he fit there better. But JJ McCarthy's a winner. Have we had a great sample size to see if he's could ball out? No. But that being said, you never know. Winners, look at Tom Brady. He was a winner. He didn't come in with crazy stats. He just worked his ass off and won. And now he's the best quarterback ever. Could it be the same thing? Yes. Could he be a bust? Yes. But he's going to the healthiest opportunity, I would say, for a young quarterback in Minnesota. For sure he is. So at the end of the day, do I think it's an amazing pick? No. But do I think it could wind up to be very good for them? Yeah, because if he's a winner, dude, they got the pieces to win there. They really do. Olu Fashanu. I know this guy is the one that Caleb Williams wanted because they used to play together. He's going to be a beast, obviously. I think when you're drafting O-linemen this high or in the top 20, even in the first round, very rarely do they not work out. It's when you start drafting the offensive linemen later and later. But, yeah, not a pretty pick, but a good pick at the end of the day. One that they needed. You got to protect Aaron Rodgers and his Achilles, man. Bo Nix. I didn't watch too much of a sample size on Bo Nix in college. He has, he's getting Dak Prescott comparisons, which isn't amazing. But at the end of the day, it's he was in it for the Heisman. He had a great season at Oregon. And at the end of the day, Sean Payton's going to Sean Payton, man. He likes that Dak Prescott, Drew Brees type quarterback. We'll see if he contends in that offense. They kind of have fleeced him because he has no weapons going in, so they better stack up. I'm not a big fan of the Broncos. I don't like Sean Payton. I think he's not as good of a coach as we think he is, and I think his time might be done soon. But hey, if this works out, that's awesome. Thank you for the picks, Broncos. Brock Bowers. He might very well be the best player in this draft, man. He is nasty. He is he's a Mark Andrews. He's a Travis Kelce. The only problem with the Raiders is who are they going to get throwing the ball to him? Minshew? Minshew can do it, but I don't know if he's the best to do it, to be honest. But at the end of the day, if McCutcheon's the guy, McCutcheon's the guy. This guy's going to help whoever's in the quarterback room. He's going to be a monster. I don't think he's George Kittle. I think he is more than anything Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, to be honest. Talise Fuaga. Again, not a pretty pick, but a needed pick. You got to protect Derek Carr. At the end of the day, will Carr be the quarterback in the next couple of years? Probably not, but hey, you got to make that play, man. You really do. Latu, people like to say he is the most outstanding player in this draft. A Colts team just keeps getting younger and better. I don't think you can really go against it. If he's a good left end or a good right end or a good outside linebacker is extremely needed, especially in this day and age with all the running quarterbacks, all the moving quarterbacks. So I like it. At the end of the day, I saw him in a couple games. I watched him against Washington, I think. Did he blow me away? No. But, if he turns into a star, it's a great pick, especially with Richardson and stuff on the offensive end. Byron Murphy. Not going to lie, boys. This might be the pick of the draft. This might be our Matabuke. This might be our Aaron Donald. This guy could be a monster. And yes, I'm a Seahawks fan, obviously, but I love this pick, man. I think we got our guy with McDonald. He knows exactly what he's looking for with our defense, and I'm really excited to see him on the D-line beside Leonard Williams, beside Mafe. We're going to go crazy, man. We're going to go crazy. Dallas Turner. This is a massive pick. I don't understand why the fuck he dropped this far, because he's going to be a beast. He can play outside middle linebacker. He can do anything. So I was thinking the Falcons were going to pick him at 8. For him to slip all the way to 17 and for the Vikings to get it, if JJ can hold up the offensive side, they might have done a Stroud-Anderson type thing here just further back in the draft. I don't think they did. I'm not JJ is not Stroud. Don't get me wrong. But hey, if JJ helps on the offensive game, you have Jefferson at the end of the day. You have Jefferson, bro. I don't know. Mims, not a great pick, but a needed pick. The guy's a beast. And you got to protect Burrow, man. Burrow is one of the most sacked quarterbacks ever in history. This is a good pick by the Rams. They have a young team. They got to fill the void with Aaron Donald. And at the end of the day, they got a young defense, man. They're going to be good. I hate to say it. Their defense is going to be good. They got a young, hungry core. And I think they'll be good going forward. Again, needed it. You have Russ Wilson back there, and you also have Justin Fields coming in at some point, maybe. Who knows? But this was the offensive lineman I wanted the Seahawks to draft. I'm okay with our pick, but I definitely wanted to get this guy. He's a beast. Chop Robinson. This guy could very well be one of the steals of the draft. He's so fast and has a low center of gravity. And people don't realize that Miami defensive line, without Wilkins, obviously is with the Raiders now, but they still have very good talent with Phillips and stuff on the ends. That defensive line could be very scary, boys. Very scary. Quinton Mitchell. This is the best corner in the draft, and the Eagles need a corner desperately. They were terrible last year. I think Big Play Slay is still on the Eagles. But at the end of the day, they desperately needed this. Desperately, boys. Brian Thomason Jr., he's the counterpart of Neighbors. You needed to go get a wide receiver for Lawrence, and this guy's a bigger guy, a go up and get it type, which he needs. If you watch a lot, I watched a lot of Jacksonville games because I bet on Ridley. I thought he was going to do a lot better than he did. But Lawrence loves throwing jump balls and deep balls. This is a guy that you can actually do it to, and it actually work out. Throwing a jump ball every 2 throws to Ridley didn't work out. So hopefully this guy works out, because I really do want to see Lawrence do well. I really do. I think we all do. You want to see guys who are supposed to be good play good. Obviously, if he's in your division, you don't. But yeah, the Lions with a very. I think this is a really good pick, man. They're saying he's like Witherspoon, and Witherspoon is a dog. He's a fucking dog, bruh. I love Witherspoon. That's my dog. So hey, if this is like Witherspoon, you got a dog, Lions, but much needed corner. Their defense is probably what sold them most times last year. If they can fix that, Lions could make a Super Bowl run. Don't love it, but they could. They definitely could. Again, needed pick. They got released Bakhtiari. Needed pick. Not, oh my God, that's crazy pick, but needed pick in Jordan Morgan. Graham Barton, again, offensive lineman. You're drafting them in the first round because you need them. It's not like a best player on the board type thing. Well, sometimes it could be, but they need to start protecting, especially Baker. And, you know, this draft, people don't realize how talented this draft is, especially on the offensive side and defensive side. So you're going to get some dogs in the 2nd and 3rd round, even the 4th round, boys. Darius Robinson, this guy's a monster. He really is. I'm surprised he went in the 1st round, but he's fast. He's a big motherfucker, 6'5", 285. Cardinals jumped up to get him, which is awesome. Cardinals are starting to build. Hate it because they're in my division, but they're starting to build. This is the pick I really want to talk about. What the fuck are we doing? Letting the fastest player to come in since what? CJ2K? To go on the Chiefs, who they already have an offensive playbook that they can build around him, like they built around Tyreek. If this guy has hands, we're fucked. The whole league's fucked, boys. We're screwed. It's game over for us.
Yep.
What are we doing? What is Buffalo doing letting them trade up to go get this guy, man? What are they doing? Why wouldn't Buffalo take this guy? I don't understand what Buffalo's doing, man. You get rid of Diggs, okay. You have no wide receiver help now. Josh Allen's just going to have to put the team on his back even more. And then you just trade your biggest adversary, your biggest enemy in the whole league, a pick that this guy could be a Pro Bowler. It's Andy Reid, guys. What are we doing, bro? Dallas always has a good O-line, man. I'm not even gonna front. This guy's a monster. And yeah, Dallas O-line just got better. It doesn't matter. They're not gonna win in the playoffs. They're terrible. This guy's a dog. He is fast as fuck. Didn't he tear his ACL or something? But no, he is nasty, dude. Nate Wiggins, if you used him in Madden, he's probably one of the better cards we got out of the draft for him, or out of the combine promo. Nasty, boys. I think he has a lot to still work on, and we'll see how the D coordinators do with him in Baltimore. But McDonald gets this guy, he turns him into a beast. Ricky Purcell. Oh shit! Is this a white boy? A white boy. So this guy, Ricky Purcell from Florida, goes to the Niners. I'm assuming to be in the slot, or Debo will be in the slot, but wouldn't be surprised if we see a Ayuk Debo trade. I wouldn't be surprised. One of the two. If I'm them, I'm probably trading Debo because I think Ayuk's a better receiver, faster. But at the end of the day, I think you can do more with Debo, and I'm all for a Niners setback and a Niners shitting the bed. So trade away everyone, dude. I don't know a lot about that pick. I know a lot about this pick though. Xavier Legette, he's gonna be a beast, boys. Bryce Young actually has a really good receiver with this guy. Will this, at the end of the day, who knows? The Panthers could be shit for the next 4 years, 5 years, um, just destroying Bryce Young's starting years in the NFL. So who knows, man? Like, he's a monster. He's fast for how big he is. But I just don't know. I like Canellas. I think Canellas is a great quarterback guru, you could say. He did wonders with Baker and Russ. That's my thoughts. I know, obviously, you can take them, you can leave them. Let me know down below what your thoughts, what your team did, what you would grade your team. But I'm super excited for this NFL season. I'm excited for second and third round to see what goes on here. I think there's a lot of great players still out there. But yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.